Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Soul Vibe CC. If you are returning, thanks for coming back. You guys haven't seen my cat in a minute. If you guys are returning, this is Sabina. She's taking a little snooze. I mean, it is like almost midnight, so she's trying to go to bed. Anyways, okay, so I failed at uploading a video last week, and although I'm not beating myself up for it, it is an important part of what I'm going to talk about today, which is my breakdown that I had this past weekend, is actually, or it has led to a breakthrough. And the reason for that is because obviously with the breakdown, it was tough. I cried a lot this weekend, if I'm being honest. And, it really made me reflect on like what needs to change, what cycles I need to end, especially because we are in Aquarius season. So it is, a very much like the healing after tower moments, which, are shakeups or like breakdowns, if you will. And so, yeah, I feel like that happened for me. So that's pretty much what I want to talk about in this video. So my breakdown, I think, was really a buildup of like what I've been feeling for the past 3 weeks. And pretty much I've been feeling just it's been leading up to my emotional burnout and physical burnout too. So, I went out multiple times this past month. Actually, I've been going out like every weekend. And when we go out, we go pretty hard. I drank a lot, especially 2 weekends ago. I actually drank so much. Like when I say drank a lot, I mean shots and shots and shots. And I have no business drinking a lot of shots because I get buzzed pretty quickly. It was to the point where I couldn't even taste like the vodka shots anymore, which is insane because I hate the way vodka tastes. So yeah, long story short with that, I ended up going to the ER because I couldn't stop throwing up. And that's happened to me once before, like in 2021, after I took something at a rave and I was very dehydrated the next day. I took too much basically. And so I had to go get an IV at hydration room. And I would have done that this time, but it was midnight and like I couldn't stop throwing up. So went to the ER, got an IV, and then did I slow down the following weekend? Kind of, sort of. I didn't drink as much, but I did drink. I didn't want to drink, but we were in Vegas for my friend's birthday. And it was just a terrible Vegas experience. Like Vegas in the winter is not it. And I told her that, but she wanted to do something, like something kind of big. And she had a terrible time too, I think, even though she wouldn't admit it. But I mean, she did say like, yeah, Vegas in the winter is not it. Lesson learned. So yeah, I did things like after the Vegas weekend too. I went to which is this past weekend, I went to my friend's show in Orange County, and I was very exhausted before going to the show. And I actually like wished that I didn't want to go basically, but I did want to go support my friend. I wanted to see other friends that were there, but that night is what actually led to my breakdown the next day because I was too intoxicated, which is another point that I'll be talking about in this video. I was too intoxicated, and not so much from alcohol, but I had mushroom pizza, and then I smoked after I had a good amount of mushroom pizza, and I went into the clouds, and I basically was around people that I wouldn't want to be in that state in front of. And I ended up feeling embarrassed, like I'm not that close to these people. And it's just kind of like, I feel like I probably looked like a fool. I sounded like a crazy person. Like it's just embarrassing to me. So the next day I pretty much was feeling in like a shame and guilt place, and just like it sucks to feel like that. It made me really like think about, okay, what needs to change here? Something needs to change here because I don't want to keep feeling like this. And I actually pulled some oracle cards just for advice on like how to heal and how to not feel like this anymore. And the two cards that came out, I took a picture of it. It was spot on. Like the first thing I saw was the boundaries, and like just in the picture, there's a girl in the center and there's a bunch of hands like all around her. And that's genuinely how I felt that night before. Like everyone, it's not even like from a malicious place, but just that I'm giving too much of myself away when I'm not I'm not in a place to be doing that right now. Like I'm in a place that I should be healing myself. I should be focusing on myself, my goals, my dreams. Like, I'm living on my own. I moved to LA, and I did that because, honestly, the main reason I did that was because I wanted space from like my parents. I wanted a place to unwind, to refuel my energy, especially after being in like a 2-year relationship practically, where that was toxic and traumatic in its own way. Like, I've been very drained. And then also, like I mentioned in I think my other video, I went to Bali and I've been traveling a lot, doing a lot of events. And then I went to the hospital. I was in the hospital for 5 days. Like, that took a toll on my body for sure. And then just have been partying every weekend ever since. So yeah, to say like I'm feeling burnt out, is an understatement. Anyway, so the boundary card, it was very accurate. And then the next card, the one next to it, was talking about healing your emotional trauma, healing even ancestral trauma that we carry within us. And it's crazy because when I called my friend the night before when I was having my breakdown, he had mentioned, like, have you thought about going back to therapy? Because I stopped doing therapy like a few months ago. And during the week, I had also actually in Vegas. Oh my God, that's so crazy. I got the intuitive hit. Oof. I ate mushroom pizza in Vegas. I'm just gonna say this like little tangent. And basically in Vegas, I was tripping and I felt like I was seeing the devil everywhere. Like, literally pictures, I'll show pictures here. Like, I took a picture because I was like, the devil is everywhere. And now I understand why people call it Sin City. I actually felt it. I'm like, there are sinners, but like, I don't want to say like bottom of the barrel sinners, but something like that. Like, there's just a lot of sin there. And I felt like Satan was all around, honestly. But I did feel very protected. I felt like, I was in a warm place waiting for the Uber with my friends, and like, I just felt overall protected. Like, nobody was harming me. So yeah, I'll just say that. But when I was in this bar, and I'll show another picture, I looked back, and there, next to the place that we were trying to go to that was closed, there was a place that was called Therapy. And I looked at it and I was like, I even texted my friend. I was like, is this like a sign that I need to go to therapy? And I didn't want to believe it, but I was like, I don't know, that's just weird. But then I've been getting intuitive hits throughout the week that like I do need to go back to therapy, which is hard to admit. And it's hard, like, I don't want to go to therapy, but I definitely think I need it because of just the anxious state that I've been in, and like the social anxiety that I have been feeling that is not normal for me. Um, yeah, it's taking a toll on me. So yeah, that's what the card was talking about. And like the action from it was, it said something about finding a healer, a therapist, a coach that can like help you release this trauma. And I was like, okay, like that's one of the main clarity or clarifications that I got from the breakdown leading to my breakthrough. So that was the first thing. The other thing that I have gotten clarity on from this breakdown is, sorry, looking at my notes. Again, like I mentioned with the boundaries, I need to start saying no to going out to all these events, because if not, I am left depleted. Like, the first thing that I've noticed is that I'm not even enjoying these events when I'm at them, which sucks to say. Like, it makes me feel like I'm the bad vibe. Like, and I've been in this place before. And I think that's what also had me feeling so low when I was in Vegas, and when I was having a bad time with the friends last weekend. I have everything that I want. Like, I have friends that are inviting me to places, something that I've wanted to manifest for so long. And I'm not even enjoying the time when I'm with them right now, like partying and stuff. Like, it makes me feel bad about myself. And when, like, that was something that I was crying about, like in my breakdown. But as I've gotten more clarity from the day, as I was thinking and reflecting on it, I think it's just that, of course, I'm not going to be having fun if I'm tired and if I'm burnt out. And that defeats the whole purpose of going out. So I need to start saying no, and I need to start picking and choosing and being selective with what I say yes to, because clearly I'm not the same energized person that I was a few years ago, where I would go out constantly. Not saying it was healthy, but I was able to bounce back quicker, which leads me to my other, like the physical burnout. That's very real for me right now. Like, during the week, it takes me, let's say if I drink a lot from the weekend, I'm tired. I can't perform well as well at work. You know, I can't give my even 80%, I would say like like 80 to 100%. I can't give that if I am hungover or like just really tired and then in a lowered like mindset. Because I do believe alcohol causes anxiety like the next days. At least for me it does. And I know for other people it does as well. So yeah, so like the physical burnout piece, I can't perform as well at work, and then I don't work out. And working out is one of the things that like I really want to incorporate more this year, like more strength training, and just like the cardio game that I used to be on. I know it's not as important to do cardio as it is for weightlifting, but regardless, like I like to do cardio and I haven't been able to go to the gym consistently in years just because I've been going out so much. Like I know I probably am making like excuses with that too, but it really is hard to have the energy to go to the gym. And I think that's probably caused me to have even less energy when you don't go to the gym, you have less energy. So like I need to stop the vicious cycle of going out, not having energy, so then I don't go to the gym, which also like doesn't allow you to have energy. I hope you get what I'm saying. My mom like said it to me, but she said it in a better way that made sense. So yeah, I am not able to go to the gym, and then I also am not able to like have the energy or the right mindset to do a YouTube video. And that's something that obviously we know like I want to get more consistent with because I said that in my last video. And you know, that's the reason I tried doing a video last week after the whole Vegas thing, but I hated what I was doing. I hated like what I was talking about, and I was like, no, this isn't. It's not. It's not hitting. It's not resonating with me. So like, I didn't want to put it out there. So if it's basically going out is getting in the way of me accomplishing what I want to accomplish from the physical perspective and also like just the goals of like YouTube, all of that. That was two things that I got clarity on. The It's taking a toll on me emotionally. I'm not really having fun when I'm going out, so it defeats the purpose of going out. And it also makes me feel bad about myself. It makes me feel like I'm a bad vibe. And then the second thing is that I feel like physically exhausted during the week, and then that prevents me from accomplishing what I want to accomplish. And then the third thing that I noticed or like got clarity on from my breakdown was that I am clearly drinking a lot more and like over intoxicating myself. And then it made me think like, okay, why am I doing that in the first place? And I think again that circles back to like the anxiety, the social anxiety that has been heightened in the past year that I need to work on. So again, goes back to therapy. I think that that's something that I really, you know, need to get back into. And I'm actually looking at different types of therapy now. So one of them is ketamine. Like there was a ketamine clinic that I'm very interested in looking into. And then there was another therapy that my friend's friend told me about, which is ERMP. I think it's eye rapid movement something. So I was like interested in looking into that. And then just overall looking at different therapists around me and seeing the reviews and just pretty much just starting. I think that kind of what it comes down to. So at this point, yeah, that was my breakdown that happened and the different things that I got clarity on that led to my breakthrough, hopefully. At least that's what, yeah, like I'm hoping for. I take action, do what I need to do to end this vicious cycle of, you know, toxic habits, going out. I mean, it's all toxic. Like, not that going out is toxic, but going out constantly when you know that you're drained and overexhausted and really just need to be focusing on yourself, healing yourself, which I do, then yeah, that engaging in the way that I've been, you know, doing things is toxic. So I'm focused on healing myself and taking the actions that I mentioned in this video. I hope that if you guys watch this, you got something from it, and let me know in the comments if you did. But other than that, thanks for watching, and until the next one, bye.